And in news from Sri Lanka, Sri Lankan President's office on Tuesday said the island nation will remain a middle-income country, but would request the World Bank to grant it some loans generally offered to poorer nations. This came after a cabinet spokesperson said Sri Lanka was considering to downgrade its economic status to low-income country in order to get access to concessional funding to resolve its crisis.
Sri Lanka will remain a middle-income country but would request the World Bank to grant it some loans generally offered to poorer nations, the President's office said on Tuesday, clarifying a cabinet spokesperson's earlier comments on the matter. The island nation of 22 million is facing its worst economic crisis in more than 7 decades. And spokesperson Bandula Gunawardene said earlier in the day that the government would seek to change its economic status to low-income country for easier funding. President Ranil Wickremesinghe's office, however, said the status change would not happen. We will request the World Bank to grant the country eligibility to obtain loans offered by its arm, the International Development Association, the office said in a statement. Sri Lanka's per capita GDP was $3,815 in 2021, which had placed it in the lower middle economy category, according to the World Bank. The local World Bank office in Colombo had no immediate comment on the Sri Lankan request. It said it would continue its discussions with Sri Lanka and that the key priority was to move ahead with debt restructuring and economic reforms to put the country's growth back on track.